Good afternoon, sir. It's Ahmad Malakh talking to me, Stephen Watt, for on the occasional World Refugee Day. And I will let you introduce yourself, but Ahmad is an entrepreneur and a businessman. What else do you say about yourself?
Just a hardworking Canadian guy.
Okay, perfect. So we'll get into what made you kind of a success story and an interesting guy in a second. But first, three sort of fun questions. First question, what did you find was the weirdest thing about Canada?
Having a snow in May, that's the weirdest things I saw it ever. Especially I
Okay,
was living in Saudi Arabia, we don't have snow at all.
that's right. And Canadians are always surprised there's snow in May, even though it happens every year. Next question, what is your dream job?
To work in the parliament to represent people,
Perfect. And if you won $50 million today, what would you do with it?
most probably I will build a very high-rise condo in downtown Toronto in order to solve the housing issue there.
Okay, well needed. So I think I'm going to vote for you. Next question. So I'd like to get into your story a little bit. I always think of you as the guy who was successful from the moment he arrived in Canada, through your own sort of resourcefulness. When I talk about you to other people, I mention you as the guy who had 2 job interviews uh, within 13 days of arriving in this country. Is unheard of, but you're an unusual guy. Tell us about your Canadian journey and the ups and downs involved.
Yes, so it took us a long time. It was a long journey to arrive to Canada. We need to wait around 3 years to arrive here. After a long journey, finally we do it. Actually, it's not a 30 days. I got to offer job after 14 days, and it was a job for the same field I do it before. I don't need to change my field. I don't need to work anything else. Immediately, I engage in the Canadian market, in the construction market specifically. Uh, I become one of the best companies to work with in Toronto, Canada, and after that, I start working on it. I take me a little bit time to learn the Canadian habits, the Canadian working habits. It took me around 1 year. After that, I start thinking to have my own business, which I successfully do it. Last year, I established our own tech glazing solution, which is a company we are doing doors, windows, and all of this stuff. And we immediately start to take a contract with Hamilton Police Department, with Service Canada, with many big people there.
So you've got now your own business, and now you're hiring people. Some of whom
Right,
might be newcomers as well.
right, right.
Uh, so how does that feel? I mean, it's been 3 years now since you've arrived. How does it
Right.
feel to already be the guy hiring the newcomers?
So I think I need to do that because Canada gave me a lot, and when I land here, there is a lot of people they give me hand. You are one of them for sure. I need to pay back this debt. Uh, I need to help people, and my advice for these people, like, don't let other people let you down. Like when I came here, a lot of people told me, listen, you won't find job, you will spend 2 years, Canadian experience. This is not correct. You need to do your best to write your resume correctly, which you help me in it, and that's something I really appreciate it. You give me the key for that, and just start searching from the first day. Don't surrender. Don't raise your hand easily. This is my best advice to anyone who is landing here or coming here. And forget you are a refugee. Once you are landing in Canada, you are a Canadian. Start to think this way. Forget your past, start fresh life, and start to work immediately. Don't wait. This is the key, I think.
Perfect. And I know you've sort of, for you, the clock starts when you arrive, and you're not a person to look back. But I do remember uh, when you were coming here, there was a lot of paperwork difficulties.
Right.
Just some of them are kind of strange, and some of them are typical. Like just one example, I remember you were asked to submit a police report, and you were driving between 2 cities that were
Right.
like 12 hours away.
So when I came here, it was a lot of paperwork. Especially, I was traveling a lot personally. So they asked me for a police clearance from Saudi Arabia. So I need to drive from I go to the first station, police station in one city. They ask me, oh, we cannot do it for you. You need to go to another city. And when they ask you for a police clearance, they give you a time frame to submit it. And in Saudi Arabia, it took them 25 days to issue this police clearance usually. And I have only around 30 days to submit it. So I need to drive immediately with my car to another city and to go there to submit my paper there and wait there like for a few weeks to get it and send it back. It was like a lot of paperwork, but luckily we do it. I think the key, they don't want you to surrender. They want you to keep patient. They want you to keep working hard to prove you deserve to come to Canada. This is the point.
Yeah, that I hope that there's actually a reason for this craziness. But that how did you like? How did you? That was just one moment. There were many moments like that. How did
Yeah,
you?
one of the moments also like I need to travel from Saudi Arabia to Turkey to do the interview, and imagine you are going from a country to country just to do the interview, and even there, like I remember my company gave me 24 hours vacation to travel. I need to travel in the night to Istanbul, from Istanbul to travel to Ankara, do the interview, came back to Istanbul, from Istanbul waiting 2 hours there to take my breath, then travel back to Saudi Arabia. So in 24 hours, I need to travel between two countries.
So how did you during all this? It was very stressful, I imagine. And how did
Yeah.
you do it? Didn't you ever say, I just don't think I can do this one? It's
No,
impossible.
no. So I was having a goal, and I really want to achieve my goal. I want to come to Canada. I want to start my new life here. And that I think I didn't raise my hand. I didn't surrender. I don't want to surrender even like anything. I face it. I said I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I keep saying I will do it. And this is I think what pushed me to have this patient for 3 years to arrive here.
Yeah, it worked, and it worked
Yeah.
amazingly. One part of your story is that your sponsors are people who you knew back in Saudi Arabia, and they you ended up moving onto the same street as them, and
Yeah.
you're
They
very
are my
close. So
neighbors till today. They are my
yeah,
neighbors till today.
neighbors and friends,
So,
right?
yeah, yeah, and they are very nice people, and they are one of the people who give me a hand to start here. They are living just a few houses from me now. We are friends, we are neighbors. I told them like every day currently they are out of Canada. I hope they come back very soon. We miss them a lot, and yeah,
And
and they, and also one more thing I need to mention it is about you, Steven. So I think without you, I wouldn't achieve anything here. Like from the moment I arrived here, it was first 15 days, first 14 days, let's say, till I find a job. It was very stressful day. Like I came here, I need to ride the buses, I need to walk, I need to see the country. It was a little bit scary for me. You helped me a lot. You give me this push not to surrender. You helped me with my resume, and you helped me with your advices here, how to go over the challenge I faced it here. And this is, I think, very important. Like first 14 days, first 2 weeks, for anyone who came here, it will be a nightmare for them. They will get scared, but they need to be strong in order to go on. And I think it's not only me. Everyone came to Canada, he faced it.
yeah, I think you're right. Not that I'm not you're right. I'm so wonderful, but you're right that there are real challenges. But the great thing about private sponsorship is you have somebody, whether it's your neighbors or me,
Give you a
to
hand.
help you through
Yeah.
this. Um, but you know what? It really has to do with your character and your will, and which is why I look to you as a kind of role model, because you're thanking me for doing this, but it was really all you. It really was. So we're getting close to the end.
Yeah.
Are there any sort of last thoughts you want, or last words for newcomers out there or refugees?
So my big advice to everyone who is hearing me, like guys, don't surrender. It may take time, it may take a lot of paperwork, it may take a lot of effort, but at the end you will reach. And once you reach, you'll start your new life. You'll start your new future. So just be patient, be strong, and you will arrive at the end. This is I'm 100% about it. It will take time, yeah. on this, but you will arrive at that.
Perfect. And you're the living example of that. So we're at our end, and thank you very much for your time as always. It's great seeing you, and congratulations on the baby and all your family success.
Thank you very much. Thank
All
you.
right.
And
See you.
it was great to see you again.
Always. See you.